Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Onepeg. So, in-game, we have the weekly trial system. When you get to level 15, this is what you see. It's a shuffling of 5 random items that change every week. It looks like it says time remaining is 1 day. I'm not sure if this means that it's this evening, if it ends up cutting down to like several hours, or if it ends up being on Monday. I tried to find some information on like when the weekly reset was, but I hadn't found anything like super readily. So please don't crucify me in the comments over it. I'm sure somebody will know. What it looks like is everything that resets at midnight GMT, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which would then shuffle this into the next week. So this was only like a partial week, but it did give me an opportunity to be able to experiment with this and understand how it works. As you can see right now on my section of the leaderboard, I am in first. I am in first by almost 20,000 points, because I believe that we've kind of figured out how this whole thing works. So right now, everyone has the same categorical stuff, and I'm just going to kind of try and explain how this works to the best of my understanding. Everyone has the same categorical stuff. If you notice, my Harvest Plants is 3 stars, Arc Enemies is 3 stars, Leapers is 2, Ticks is 1, and Arc Probes is 2. The way that this works, for the purpose of the leaderboard, is each leaderboard that gets generated, I believe, is generated almost at random. I'm not sure how the people that end up on your leaderboard are on your leaderboard, but my leaderboard outside of these 100 people is different from the leaderboards of other folks. In my case, my leaderboard is just these 100 people. Other people have completely different folks on theirs, and then for whatever, I guess, group that you end up in, those are the people that you are up against to try to outperform them. If you end up in the top 30, you end up moving up 2 ranks. This is a 2x promotion, so I'll move up not to just Rookie 2, but to Rookie 3. These people in blue, I believe, move up 1 rank, and then these people in gray, that says unchanged, 61 through to the end, do not change their rank at all. So, as time goes on, these ranks shift from Rookie 3 up into Tryhard, then Wild Card, then Daredevil, Hot Shot, and then top 100 is Cantina Legend. So the way it looks like it works from my perspective is the people that end up in the top echelons, the top, let's say, 60 people or so, they rank up, and the people that are below that do not rank up. They stay at whatever rank that they are currently at. At some point, as you get in the upper echelons, there's going to have to be a down-ranking system of some kind. It's the only thing that really makes sense. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be able to determine who is in the top 100 unless it was just like best possible accumulated points. So each one of these points that gets generated is generated based off of your single raid's best performance for each one of these categories. It doesn't have to be all 5 categories in one raid. You can focus on a single category for a single raid, and then the next raid will be whatever it is, and then it just retains whatever your highest point of performance was. Then there are caches of stuff. So you get reward 1, reward 2, reward 3, based on whether or not you get 1, 2, or 3 stars in each category. What we have realized is all of these categories, with the exception of destroying ticks, is something that can be done as a group. So if you're supposed to damage Leapers, the Leaper damage that you do is done based on your group damaging Leapers. Now, Leapers respawn. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they do. They respawn on the map. Once one is destroyed, you can kind of stick around. In the game instance, the map will make a new one. So you can try to destroy another one, and so on and so forth. Obviously, if you're destroying Leapers because they are Arc, damaging Arc enemies is also tied into that, but obviously there's a lot more just general Arc enemies than there are only Leapers. The other thing that I think people are missing, and this is one very, very important part, is this piece right here that says 2x points on major map conditions. If you go out to press play, a major map condition is something like this: Electromagnetic Storm or Night Raid. Those are major map conditions. What you want to do if you are trying to accumulate the most points is play on a map during those major map conditions. That's the thing that's going to end up netting you the most points, okay? So if you're getting 2x points on major map conditions, that's how we end up spurging out and getting this. For example, if you want to get the most plants point-wise, it ends up being about 500 points instead of 250 for picking a plant. So what you want to do is go to somewhere like the Galleria Mall or whatever on Buried City, because there's a ton of potted plants there, and get all of the plants that you can possibly accumulate. And we were able to get 19,000 points worth of those plants. So basically, fight stuff at night, blow up arc stuff at night, destroy ticks at night, open probes at night, etc., etc., etc. The other thing that will play into this are based on certain maps, you can end up having instances where there are more probes. So instead of this saying, there's exploding caches or something like booby-trapped caches, there will be other things that say there's going to be like a lot of probes on the map. So you want to focus on those events and go to those places to get probes if you can, because there's just more of them. However, I don't think that you're going to see a night raid and a probe event on the same map at the same time. I think it's always just one or the other. Like, a night raid map isn't also going to have another modifier. So the best bet that you've got is to just go into maps at night, okay? You want to go into maps at night and do these things, at least for the next day or so. Now, it could very well be that the next day when this shifts, it's going to be a completely different set of rules, different set of modifiers, wherever it's got to be. Notice right here, this says available on all maps. It could end up becoming restricted to a specific map, etc., etc., etc. But what I believe is as the leaderboards progress, you're going to see these pools shift into people that become more and more progressively competitive until they're really trying to weed out like who the performers are. So for the time being, just work on trying to like meta yourself out. Oh, and by the way, if you're really wanting to knock out leapers and lots of arc, grab yourself a hull cracker if you can buy one from the shop. You want to just go to the traders, go to the gun shop, get yourself a hull cracker, buy a bunch of ammo. You can buy the ammo in unlimited amounts. It is a bit expensive, but you and some buddies running hull crackers and then another secondary weapon just to make sure that you can survive any PvP encounters ends up working out really, really well. We schmurdered the hell out of a lot of arc. Like, purge mode. It was awesome. The culling. So that's basically how the system works. If I'm missing something or if I need to refine on some things, I'll do a follow-up. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out any of the other videos that get recommended by the algorithm, and I'll see you on stream. All right? Peace.